Hi, this is Linda from Let's Talk Prepping, and today we're going to talk about developing a survivalist mindset. So, developing a survival mindset. Many of us believe we are ready for anything, and some say, I'm ready, bring it on. We tend to overestimate our ability to survive in a disaster situation. Most articles online for preppers and survivalists will tell you that having a survival mindset means being able to adapt and to be creative and calm in the face of crisis. You're told to be resilient and not give in to fear. All these platitudes sound nice and convincing when you're reading them on a screen from the comfort of your home. However, when disaster strikes and things go sideways, most people start panicking and realize that they really don't have a survival mindset at all. There's a reason for this. You can only develop instincts to survive by training for it and not reading about it. You don't become a great football, baseball, or tennis player by watching videos. You have to actually train and work at it. Knowledge is power. If you're clueless about survival, you're not going to have the confidence during a crisis because you're going to have no idea what to do. No idea how to perform basic first aid and CPR. Then sign up for a first aid course. Get some books. Wondering how to get started with bushcraft? Read a few survival books. Want to know about natural herbal remedies? Read a few books. Sign up for a course. The more you know, the better informed you'll be during a survival situation. Being knowledgeable is half the battle, and it'll improve your survival mindset and confidence. The next thing is to practice. The way to get good at something is to practice. Have you ever noticed how professional football teams practice every week before the next game, and they're already the best there is? Practice your first aid so that you can work under pressure when someone is actually injured. Familiarize yourself with your survival equipment so that you're not fumbling or trying to figure out how they work during an emergency. Check out your camping lanterns, camping stoves, how to tie knots using paracord, your tactical knives, your emergency radios, your generators. Get the instructions and read them. Practice turning them on and using them. Every year I have to look at the instructions on how to start my snowblower and how to keep it running. Now that's okay for equipment like that, but if you need it in an emergency, you won't have the time to find and read the instructions, so practice with them now. Learn to use what you have so that you'll not have to think too much when there's a crisis, especially if it's something you need for self-defense. Did you buy that bow and arrow and never tried it? Or did you get a crossbow and it's still sitting in the closet? It's too late when you need it in an emergency. Get it out now and practice with it. Proficiency will lead to increased self-confidence, and just knowing that you can handle most survival scenarios will strengthen your survival mindset. You should also train hard. If you're unfit, how are you going to carry your heavy bug-out bag and walk to your campsite without struggling? What if someone breaks into your house with the intent to rob your preps or harm you? Will you have the strength and stamina to fight them off? Self-defense skills are also a must for preppers. Sign up for a rigorous self-defense course that will see you sparring with others and punching and kicking sandbags. Your instincts must be honed and your body must get used to the impact of throwing a punch or a kick. Punching and kicking the air will help improve your skills, but ultimately you must train for real-life situations. When you train hard physically and constantly find ways to beat your personal best, you'll develop more willpower. This is a real-world survival mindset that's ready for action. You also need consistency. Consistency will transform you from an average survivalist into an excellent one. Practice and train regularly. It should be part of your lifestyle. This is one of the best ways to develop a survivalist mindset. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You should never be complacent during times of peace and stability. Challenge yourself to live off limited food rations for 3 to 7 days. Get used to consuming your food preps. These are an acquired taste, and if you get used to them now, it'll be easier to eat them when you're actually short of food during a crisis. That's why we always recommend buy what you eat normally and rotate. Try living for a day or two without electricity. Use your camping lanterns. See how you'll survive without heating. What will you do in the summer without air conditioning? Most of us have probably lost electricity during the winter and summer, so we know what it will be like. But if you haven't, give it a try and see what other preps and mindset you might also need. All these drills are preparing you for the future. Try going without your phone for a weekend. If the power is out during a crisis and you can't charge your phone, you don't want to be suffering from withdrawal because of social media addiction. To develop a rugged survival mindset, you must challenge yourself in the real world. Theory has its place, but ultimately, the test of a survivalist is their knowledge, skills, and ability to act confidently during times of crisis. Now and only now will you be ready to be adaptable, creative, calm, determined, and purposeful during a survival situation. If you do all these things, you will have a survival mindset, and you will have earned it. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment on anything you've heard here or anything you might want to hear here. Thank you for watching.